It's been an interesting year. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Random Distractions home theater video. In this one I wanted to do an updated home theater tour since it's been quite a while since I did the first one, and there's some things that have changed since then, and maybe give a better idea of the space and all that good stuff. And I also wanted to touch on, things that I would want to upgrade or possibly do either this year or next year or in the future. I also have a special unboxing at the end of the video. So first I thought I would show what the space looks like. As I mentioned before, I don't have a dedicated theater space, so the home theater is actually in our living room. Alright, so this is coming from the garage door, and to the right is our living room. This opens up to our kitchen and the hall to the front door and the rest of the rooms. The entire space, living room and kitchen, is about 19 feet by 24 feet. The main listening area is about 8 feet by 10 feet. Beginning with the TV. It's the LG C1 77-inch, and this has been a great TV. Because we are only about 8 feet away from it, it does feel big. However, you could always go bigger. Well, I'm really happy with this TV. A potential upgrade may be one of those ultra short throw projectors. Some of those sound pretty promising. I do have some smart LED lighting on the back of the TV. This was accomplished with a Raspberry Pi, and while it only works when using the Xbox, it does provide an additional element when watching content because it makes the screen feel bigger. I do also have some Govee light bars back here that I sometimes use when listening to music, as they do have a controller with a microphone built in. There's also a variety of options for the lighting. The TV sits on top of an Ashley Furniture Trinell 63-inch TV stand. We've had this for a few years now, and it's held up really well and has worked well with the gear. I did try my best to get a handle on all the cables on the back, and even had to make a bigger hole for the receiver to accept all those different cables. You can check out that video to see what I did. I actually have to redo a little bit of this because I still have the Atmos speaker cables connected, even though I don't have those anymore. Speaking of gear, on the left is our Xbox One S, which doesn't get used for gaming very much, but we use it as a Blu-ray player or streaming when I want the LED light experience. I've heard this isn't the best player, so wondering if I should upgrade to something else. Although one thing that I have in my ultimate wish list is getting a kaleidoscope system. But man, that seems financially unreachable. But like my other stuff, I'll keep on saving, and maybe I'll eventually get there. In the middle at the top is the Arendal 1723s center channel speaker. And seeing it in here, it's a little deceiving how big the speaker is. I had to double check the size before ordering, and it just barely fit and goes all the way to the back of the stand. Luckily it can be ran in sealed mode, so it doesn't create any issues, and I do pull the speaker out just a bit so it's sticking out a little. Below that is the Anthem MRX 1140, which has an AC Infinity Aircom T10 to keep it cool. Since I use external amplification though, it remains cooler than when I was using it to power my speakers by itself. If you missed my story about the Anthem, I had ordered a 740 but received the 1140, and when I tried to return it, they didn't have any more 740s, so they let me keep the 1140, and this has been an amazing receiver. It brought new life to my old speakers, and with the Arendals, it just brings a smile to my face whenever I use it. However, I will say that I had gotten it close to its release, so there were some bugs and glitches, but we'll still say that it's worth it to work through them if you get them, and they are fewer lately as Anthem continues to work on the firmware in addition to improving its capabilities from when it was first released. To the right of that is the Emotiva BasX A5, which was my first entry to external amplification, and even though it only provides about 95 watts per channel, I did notice a difference from the receiver, especially when turning the volume up. However, as I mentioned in another video, I did reach its limits when I was running the front soundstage at full range. Because of my good experience, I have ordered another amp, although not from Emotiva. I look forward to sharing what that is like when it comes in. While the center channel is the Arendal 1723s, for the rest of the speakers I have the Arendal 1961 series. The front left and right are the 1961 towers. For the surrounds, I did have the bookshelf speakers, but have replaced them with the 1961 monitors. The entire Arendal speaker upgrade has also been one of my best upgrades. The effortless sound they produce has been the best I have heard in this room. Helping the low end are two SVS SB3000s, which if you saw my original videos on those, they did require some work to really get the best out of them. But it was worth it. They are currently at the corners of the room, and thanks to Anthem, they work seamlessly with the system. I actually had someone think that the center was the sub because it sounded like the bass was coming from the middle of the room. That said, I do wish I had learned about Arendal when I had upgraded my subs, because their subs look pretty good too. And I have actually come across a couple of comments from previous SVS owners that went to Arendal that they sounded better. Let me know in the comments if you are a previous SVS owner that's now on Arendal, and if that is true. So as you can see, I'm running a 5.2 configuration, although I did used to have up-firing Atmos speakers, but to be honest, I really didn't feel like they were doing much. So I wasn't really that sad when I had to get rid of them once I brought in the Arendal system. However, that is something that I still kind of have in the back of my head of wanting to try out. And I actually thought of a possible solution, because I know that in-ceiling speakers are really the best way to go. So there may be something that I'm going to try out maybe this year, just depending on if I can get the money together to set that up. Yeah, I look forward to that video hopefully this year. Alright, well that's my home theater and some of the things that I'm kind of thinking about as far as upgrades or possible upgrades. Like I said, even some of them being my ultimate wish list, like the Kaleidoscape system, which, like I said, that's really expensive, so I'm not sure how that would happen, but you never know. I did want to thank all of those that have put in recommendations or suggestions into the comments. It's really helped me, tune my system and try out different things to, make sure that I'm getting the best out of it. So definitely thank you to all the viewers and subscribers. If there's anything else that you have as far as recommendations, suggestions, or anything you want me to try, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Now for that special unboxing. If you have seen some of my previous videos, you will know that I applied for the Arendal Ambassador program and did get approved, so you can check out my story on their site. With that, they recently sent me a little care package. It was 2 different boxes, and in one of them, it included a really good looking wall badge. Unfortunately, I don't think that my wife is going to let me put that on the wall, but we'll see what I can do with that. Alright, so not going to lie, it was definitely exciting to see the brown box with the 1723 amplifier text on the side, but I knew it wasn't that. However, if Arendal happens to be watching this video, maybe that's something that they could work on. It'd be cool to have an Arendal amplifier. Anyway, inside of that box was a t-shirt, a coffee mug with the logo, a steel bottle for hot and cold beverages with the logo and the text Ambassador underneath. Some chocolate. A postcard signed by the CEO. And some caramel candy. At least I think it's caramel candy. You know, it's funny, my wife actually asked me if since I received all this stuff from Arendal, if I felt obligated to make more videos about them. But I told her that, even if they didn't send me this stuff, I would definitely do more videos anyway. I truly do enjoy everything about the speakers, how they look, how they sound, what they've done to my home theater experience as far as for my home theater. So definitely don't mind, sharing my experience with others and recommending them whenever I can. Before I go though, I thought I would do a little taste test since this is the first time I had Norwegian chocolate and Norwegian candy. So first off, let's try out the chocolate. All right, so it looks like it's a milk chocolate, possibly. Has a nice snap to it. Yeah, that's really good. So yeah, I have no idea how to say that. Not even gonna try, to be honest. But if you come across it, it's pretty good. Definitely recommended. So thank you, Arendal, for that. And now let's try what I believe is caramel, because I mean, looking at the picture, it kind of looks like caramel. And they're individually wrapped. definitely does look like caramel. Probably should have taken a smaller bite.
6 hours later.
Yeah, that's really good. You know, I'm not a big sweets person, but milk chocolate, I do enjoy. And caramel candy is one of those few ones that I also do like. So kind of cool that they sent me that too. So yeah, thanks again. Those are really good. I'm also not even sure how to say that, but these are definitely really good. Well, that's all that I have for this video. Would definitely appreciate a like, of course, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next run drops. I'm looking forward to seeing what my home theater will look like this year. But until then, I hope you have a good one.